I placed one order for a group of figures with Walmart last year in July. And what did I get in return? A page full of tracking numbers and this. Let's get into this. All right, welcome to another episode of Paul's Collectibles. If you're new to the channel, it's good to have you. I appreciate you stopping by and giving me a chance. Or if you're one of my members or subscribers, thank you so much for the support. Today we're going to be taking a look at that wave of Tartakovsky figures that were based on the cartoons, the 2D cartoon that came out quite a while ago. Now I ordered a bunch of these back in July and they were promised here in March from Walmart because they were Walmart exclusives. And the only thing Walmart does well at this point is if they say they're going to get their figures to you in March, well, they show up in March because today's March 2nd and they're here. But I placed the order all at once for a bunch of different ones, not all of them, thinking, they'll put them all in one box and maybe even put some padding in there and I'll probably get them in reasonable shape. But that didn't occur. About a week ago, I got a email with a bunch of tracking numbers where they had divided up all the figures, and today they showed up and they were in a bunch of different small boxes, and one of them was even in a plastic mailer. So, you know, this has just been one of those kind of weeks. Between the helmet debacle a few days ago and now this, I'm not even confident that the figures are going to be in any shape worth saving. But we'll cross our fingers and see. But with that, let's get these boxes and packages open in front of some lights and see what we got. Well, I suppose wonders will never cease, and I'm actually happy to see this after being so disappointed opening that really expensive helmet on my last video. But look at that. They actually came in reasonable shape. Even the one that was in the plastic envelope made it okay. There's only some slight bending to the cards, but no bubbles are super crushed. There's just a little right there. And overall, these are acceptable. I just can't even believe it. Thank goodness. Now, here's the hilarious part. You'll notice 2, 2, and 2. I ordered 2 of every one of these characters. And for some strange reason, they've divided up my 2 Trooper captains and my 2 Barriss Offees, and I'm hoping they're going to show up a little bit later. I'll have to go back and check. But the ones that I got, actually in great shape. Excuse me. Let's take a look at these. Okay, just between you and me, I believe all of these figures are just repacks. And I'm not worried about that because I mostly wanted them for these really cool 50th Lucasfilm Limited cards from the Clone Wars, the 2D series. And that's just really cool. He's got the gold nameplate, the gold figure back here, and then it's got a picture of the character from the cartoon, which is just, it's really cool. I kind of like it. You know, I'm so used to the realistic looking ones that it's kind of fun to have something like this. But let's take a closer look at that figure really fast. Yep. Looks like these are probably repacks, but I'm not even worried about it because I don't even have this guy, but got the great painting on the helmet, the pauldrons up there. They did a really good job on his ammo pouches. He's got 2 blasters in there, and it looks like the comma is soft goods, which is really cool. And overall, not a bad looking figure, but mostly, like I said, I got this for the card. And the ARC Trooper is VC212. Next up we have Aayla Secura from the Clone Wars, and that card back is really cool. I love how they kept it kind of real with how she doesn't really wear a lot of clothes in any of her appearances or on any of her figures. So you get the nice blue background here. She's ready to go with her blue lightsaber and the blue background of the figure, which kind of goes along with her skin tone. And there's not really much to look at on the figure here. She does come with the unignited saber hilt and then the blue saber, but this is an interesting change. They put her in a cloak, so she's actually properly clothed as opposed to the bathing suit she normally wears into battle. Overall, good looking figure. And I'm noticing that on the back of each of these cards there's like a scene from the cartoon, and I love the great cartoony gritty teeth thing they're doing here, and they have that standard 50th Lucasfilm timeline there. But Aayla Secura is VC217. Next up we have Luminara Unduli. the Clone Wars card, 50th Lucasfilm. She's got a blue background as well, and her name pill and a blue background on her card. And once again, just another great screen grab from that 2D cartoon, the Tartakovsky cartoon, that I actually watched when it came to Disney Plus. And although I'm not much of an animated fan, I actually enjoyed it. It was kind of cool. And this one's interesting on the figure. She's a really good looking figure, but as you can see, she only comes with just the lightsaber. She does not come with the unignited hilt like Aayla Secura had. And she has a soft goods cloak, and they're doing a really good job on those cloaks. But the headdress definitely looks like it is hard plastic, and she has a really good face sculpt. So I'm sure this is a repack, but I think this is probably one of the first times I'm seeing this figure. And that's a really cool screen grab of her and Barriss Offee fighting off some droids in the background there with that red sky in the background. That's really cool. I like that one. But she is VC215. Next up we have Barriss Offee on that same card, and this looks like it's from the same scene they took the Luminara Unduli character scene from, where she and her master go into a cave and are actually, I believe, are ambushed by some invisible droids, which I thought was kind of interesting. But she's got an orange name pill and an orange back to the character, and if we look closely, wow, just what a beautiful character. They did a really good job on her, and she comes with an unignited hilt and a regular lightsaber as well, and unlike her master, who only came with the ignited lightsaber. So that's interesting. Once again, the purple soft goods on the cloak there. The face sculpt is beautiful. Just an overall very beautiful, well done figure, and I'm very happy to have that. And as I mentioned, there it is. That's the scene I was talking about from the cartoon. I thought it was really cool. Their fighting style, they matched each other, which unfortunately we didn't get to see much of in the live action movies. But she is VC214. And finally, we have the ARC Trooper Captain, who, as I understand it, this is actually modeled off of Captain Fordo, F-O-R-D-O, I guess, but they're calling him ARC Trooper Captain here. And once again, I really love the stylized card from the 2D cartoons on these. What really cool way to do this. I thought these cards were interesting and fun, which is why I picked these figures up. And he looks almost exactly like the ARC Trooper. Oh, just ARC Trooper, the guy that was in blue earlier, except for he's got some blue trim, or excuse me, he's got red trim and red painting and the dual blasters as well, but another good looking figure. And on the back, you know I'm gonna like that. There's a bunch of the clones, and they are obviously embroiled in some battle here, and you got Fordo and you got the ARC Trooper in the background there with just a bunch of the regular clones, and wow, that's just a good looking card. But he is VC213. But there you have it, just a quick look at those figures from the Tartakovsky 50th Lucasfilm Limited Clone Wars wave that I picked up, because mostly I was really interested in the cards. Now, I didn't get the battle droids. I usually just stick to the lightsaber wielders and the clones, and I did a good job of making myself do that this time. So this is all the ones I'm gonna get. I'm just hoping that they're gonna send my other Barriss Offee and my other ARC Trooper Captain here soon. But with that, if you're a member of the channel, I appreciate you being an ally. If you're subscribed, thank you very much, and otherwise, thank you very much for joining me, and I will see you on the next episode.